Pretty bad. I gotta use the camera to see the dogs. Bandit's over there somewhere. Looks like him and Balin are together right there. That's what it looks like. Anyway, just thought I'd show you. I thought we might have a clear night, but I don't see any stars. I do see the lights from Newburgh. Keep in mind, it's about 5 miles to the top of that hill, and we're 10 miles from Newburgh, so. And I see the lights from Sherwood. Yeah, I really can't see much that way because there's too many trees hiding it. But, and Matt and Brooke come and got dry firewood. They didn't get that pile. Yeah, kind of irks me a little bit. So they better leave us some dry stuff. And yeah, if you can hear it, the fan on that furnace is making noise again. That furnace come out of the old fire station. And to the best of my knowledge, it was put in that fire station when the station was built in '54. And we've had it however many years. I think the only time anything had been done with those fan bearings was when they went out on us, and that's only been a few years ago that I replaced them. And they still don't sound right. I mean, they was good for a long time, but back to making noise again. Hate to buy a new fan for it, but I'm getting tired of fighting the bearings. Anyway, 'tis that time of night. No, I didn't turn that light down there on. Somebody else did. And yeah, hey, just think, we had dinner on that table last night. And you can see in here, and Ty spent the night. She's been going through more stuff. She's finding more history. And we found some stuff back to like the mid-1700s. Kind of surprised me to find paperwork back that far on things, but yeah, you know. A lot of the stuff that's in here my grandmother had.
That's only a small portion of
Yeah,
to put in books.
That's just part of what she's keeping. Well, those boxes over there are full. So, anyway, she's getting her stuff packed up so she can sleep on the couch, and I'm going to bed. Once I convince the three amigos here to come with me. Oh, God, how far? Oh, hey, here we go. Don't ask me when we made those hats. It would have been in the 80s. But that's the original. Would have been early 80s. That's, I don't know, there's 3 or 4.
One will be displayed in the office.
Oh, she said one's going to be in the office. Matt saw those when he saw it. Oh, I want one. So he left with one on his head. And Brooke says, well, that won't stay that color very long. And, you know, I'm not going to wear it to work. Smart boy, because we ain't getting any more of those made. And he does have one of the current ones that you can get. There's a link somewhere to go to them, if I remember right. Take these guys out here so they can all go potty before I go take a shower. And kind of a funky one. That one's making well, it made part of the circle. I'd show you straight up. It's still going straight over my head. It's actually making a circle. Kind of from a weird direction. But that one's kind of a weird direction too. So it's probably one of them that just sits there and goes circles all day. And that's probably part, well, here. That's probably part of it too. Anyway, there's your sunset. And, oh my gosh, Christmas lights. I think they just go to the corner. I don't know. And apparently the others aren't turned on yet. But they're up there. And yeah, Becky's smudge pot. That ought to smell good later. It smells wonderful now. Anyway, there you go. Sunset and some Christmas lights. And maybe later I'll see what it looks like on the back of the shop. Maybe. I don't know. So, and that's how damp it is already. The dew is already set. All the barn roofs are wet. Hasn't made it down to the pickups yet. Top of the cab of the Freightliner is wet. I can see that from here. So it's getting wet. You saw those earlier. These weren't on yet. And Becky's talking about taking another string so they'll hang down so we can see them in the house. So I think she's going to lay them on the deck and then just let them hang down between the posts. And poor Bandit. You know, the pups lay on the couch with me at night. And I hear this licking, and then I hear this very wet licking. He was dead asleep, and I think he peed himself. He peed on the couch. I smacked his butt. I didn't realize until after the fact he stood up. And then it was like, oh, I gotta pee. This is after he'd already peed himself when he was asleep. Ty is giving him a bath right now. He, I think, laid there and really got himself. And then she kicked his ass out the door. These two just now came out and went potty. So, makes for a fun night. And Ty's still going through stuff. I'm glad it's her, not me. First, she brings me enough stuff to go through. I'll have half a video for you for Sunday night before we get anywhere. But poor Bandit. He just had a hard night.
Oh, don't you shake. You have soap on you. Best decision though was I got those gloves off Gina.
Oh,
For $1, and you put soap on them and you scrub your dog and they actually get all the undercoat too, by the way. All their loose hair off.
Interesting. I just thought they were some Crestfield dish
No,
gloves that she
they're
had soaked in
actually
the water.
bathing dogs.
Hey, now you know
I
that.
did that when they were shedding.
There. Little PSA for everybody. So, and poor Bandit, I had to bring him in and explain to Becky what happened. I feel for him, I really do.
Can you hold right here for him?
Hold him?
Yeah, just right.
So, story time this morning. The weatherman has been off, like always. We've been 5 to 8 degrees above what they've been saying. Yeah. Until last night. The low for this morning was supposed to be 31 degrees, and at 9 o'clock last night it was 28. So, yeah, everything's frosty. It's 24 degrees right now and 99% humidity. The flag's probably a little crusty this morning. And, well, I can see those trees are right next to each other. They're at the top of the driveway. The one to the right, that's got frost on it. Part of this one I can see without the camera has frost on it. So, yeah, Ty says, Dad, it's 28 degrees. Oh, shit. We better shut some water off, which I had that hydrant shut off. I did not have that one shut off, nor any of the cow's water. So she came out. She didn't hear me the first time when she came out. She saw, I'll put my boots on and go out. Okay, that's better than me because I'm in my underwear and in bed. I totally spaced this hydrant right here. Which the only thing off it is the tub that's not there. And the trough outside there. She did the cows. She did the one over here below the shop. She came back in. She says, man, that was just in time. The one by the shop, the valves were already froze up. It's like, oh, shit. So then I said, well, how was the back barn? And she goes, huh? Oh, no. So she went back out, shut it off for the bulls, reminded her of this one. And she shut the one off over there for the heifers in the calf barn. When she went out, I was watching her where I could. When I was getting back in bed, she was getting to the back barn, and I could see her flashlight light. Oh, shit. One on the corner of the pump house, and it's out in the open. So I texted her about that. Yeah, she didn't look at her text. She comes back in, and I said, did you get the one in the pump house? Oh, shit. So, and she said it was about half frozen up. Ah, even the bike. We have custom glitter seats. Okay. Well, that's enough of me gabbing. God, I've already got a full video for the day, and I haven't even fed yet. So I better get with it. I mean, at least I got the bucket up here before I went outside and said anything. This one will usually handle it down to 24 to 26 degrees. So, you know, maybe it would have been froze this morning. Maybe it wouldn't have been. Cow trough usually handles it to 26, depending on how many are in there. And she said they were partially froze when she shut it off, so it'd obviously been a while. So yeah, hook and unhook floats, either that or hand water. I think we're supposed to be in the 40s today, Becky said. Okay, there's the orb now. Most of the fog is dissipated. Little white. Sun's been hitting those long enough they're no longer frosty. But everything else is. I go rattle Becky's cage. The rug is still covering my shop floor. And I got 2 feeders to get in and do some cutting on and get fixed. Really would be nice if both of them were already done, but you know, it just ain't that quick, especially when there's things in my way. So that's what I'm going to do. Rattle her cage. And Ty spent the night again because she was going through stuff again. So that's how I was lucky enough she was out shutting water off last night. Just to clarify that. And for you Canadians, we finally got those minus temperatures. We had to use your measurements to do it, but by golly, we got -5. Luckily, no wind. But that 100% humidity is a killer. Somebody's been probably looking for change purses by the looks of her feet. Anybody for playing Pac-Man? These bowls slowed the 2 red ones down. The blue one has sped up, and in a regular bowl, he is basically the same time eating breakfast as the 2 red ones. But it actually takes them longer this way, believe it or not. By this 30 seconds of video so far, they'd had everything cleaned up if it was in the bowls. I did this yesterday because I was pissed at them and they needed a snack because we forgot to feed them lunch. So they got a snack about an hour before dinner. And it's like, oh, it ain't worth using the bowls. So watch them play Pac-Man. It's kind of funny. They are not aggressive. You can stick your hand in their bowl while they're eating. You can stick your hand in their mouth and they won't bite you. They won't push it away or work around it, but they will not bite, which is a good thing. Dealing with hoses. Ty said the red hose to the float wouldn't drain out, so she hooked it back up. I hope that wasn't a fucking mistake. Yes, I put an R in that, so it's not so bad. While I was over there, I was noticing water squirting out there from here. Technically, from here, and I don't know if we can see this. Yeah, you see what looks like a silver line? That's the light shining through from the outside of the hose. So that one's toast. It is unhooked at the other end, but she didn't unhook this end. This valve is froze solid at the moment. So it's not like I can do anything there, but at least this one's letting it drain out, so hopefully it won't blow this one up. Yeah, fun times. So I gotta find another hose for there. I need to go get more hose so we can make the good ones again, because unfortunately we've run out of those. With the red ones we use, most of them are a brass end, and they're heavy. They hold up to a little bit, and brass gives a little bit. And I hope she didn't make a mistake there, because she did not open this valve, so that means it's full of water from here to here, so that might be broken when it thaws. One of those things I knew I should have got dressed and come out. Maybe I remembered as I was going to do all of them, not part of them at a time. Oh well, it is what it is. At least things got shut off, so not all of it's busted. Yeah. This is why I'd like to have some of them fancy waterers that, you know, don't freeze. We can get by with the fancy one like Brett Erickson has. Don't need electricity. Problem is for right here, yeah, they say they're good for so many head, but you get 60 cows all in one trough that all want to drink at the same time. I don't know how that works. They do enough damage to this one. And I can't exactly go underground here because it comes down the pole and right through there. And we put that in. We had the locate come out, and that literally goes to about right there and goes straight down 4 feet. Maybe it goes farther. Anyway, it goes over the top of it, and it didn't go under it. It goes over the top. Maybe it goes out into there. I don't remember now. That's been 30 some years ago. But it goes from here to about 5 feet behind the machine shed and parallel straight through. And all the way through up there, it's like 52 inches, 57 inches deep. So, you know, at least if I do a little groundwork and if we ever add to the back of the machine shed, I can avoid that without any trouble. But anyway, I'm going to call this one good enough for now. Shut it off. She just waved before I turned the camera on. She looked up and smiled and waved. Come on.
Is it too bright that way?
You tell everybody hi?
You say hi?
She could say hi to the house.
Hi, baby.
Turkey butt. Hey. Oh, and look who else Brooke drug along. I think they're going to try to spread some straw today.
Exactly. Free is a good price.
And geez, she got her some winter clothes. She doesn't need it out here in the sunshine.
The Wheeler?
But it's like 15 degrees cooler right over there. It says, what does it say, 42 degrees? That's the highest we've been in a while. And the sun feels good. But over there, it's still like 30 degrees. All's good here. It's got pressure on it right now. That red hose is a little short of 4 feet, I think. And there was one that Ty missed when we put stuff together. I think it's actually the one that goes to that trough out there. But we put the trough too far to the east. It's not close enough to the water, so it's a foot short of making it. So it's hanging together into the barn for a spare. It was laying by that tub. Do have a 6 foot. Fancy, huh? It's actually a 3/4 inch. So that's what's going to go out here now until I get more hose to make hoses with. And since that valve right now is not spraying me, it did not crack. I got the hose off and it actually thawed and drained, so that's a good thing. So, swap hoses here and turn the water on. And just like that, we have water again. That actually seems to be a pretty good hose. And go cut the end off this one because it still works good in a faucet for hosing boots off. We got probably like 20 of them. Maybe it'll go in the garbage, I don't know. Look at that beautiful pad out there waiting for a feeder to show back up. I haven't touched that yet. I switched hoses here. Red one drops to the float. That's one of those old float hoses with no end on that end. I could have swore I turned the water on at the other end. I turned the hydrant on. I thought I turned the valve on. Apparently I didn't. Either that or that's all froze up there. One or the other. I'm going to go find out. It looks like I didn't turn the valve on. That kind of sucks. Because, really don't matter. With just the bulls back here, they're not drinking that much. Make sure I get my gate here shut, which is off because, yeah, I got to get a new one, make a new one. And the bad thing is I got to walk all the way around to get to it. Nothing like having things easy around here, right? Wouldn't be any different anyway. Well, I didn't get half stuff done I was going to do today. And Brooke and Cassie didn't spread any straw. But at least she finally got a set of batteries in her pickup. Apparently she's been jump starting it for the last month. It's like, really? That's not the brightest thing to do. You ruin your starter eventually, especially with a diesel. So, it's that time of day. Give these girls their grain. And that's all the farther down their troughs are. I mean, you can see where the line is. They've drank quite a bit, but not enough to worry about. So I'm not even going to hook theirs back up. I did, however, find a float that we're going to try. I don't remember the brand name now. It's one that the local farm stores sell for, $55. Of course, Amazon has the same one for $29, something like that. So I think Becky's going to order that. I'll try it because the float for Wally ain't working. I don't have any more extra floats. Those two floats, and actually the float on that one too, are all Rubbermaid floats, which we've had good luck with performance, but where they just threaded into the plastic and no insert, we've had issues with those. And every single one of them we have now, I have fittings actually epoxied into them, which every now and then one of those over there will get bumped when we're running cows and they'll break it loose and I got to redo it. Hasn't happened since last year about this time. They're more flow, so that's what we're going to see what happens. And they're supposed to work from 8 pounds to 100 pounds. Well, we got 65 or 70 pounds down here in the barn. I think we're 65 pounds at the pump house, and there's 20 feet of drop anyway. Maybe a little more than that from there. So anyway, that's the rest of our Sunday. Becky's friend Sue and her son stopped by for a little while, so we spent most of the afternoon gabbing with them, getting caught up. That's why I didn't get anything else done after this morning. And these girls will follow me back and forth. They'll sniff my boots. They just won't sniff my hand. And sometimes Ty still says she's going to get them tied up. Which I suppose that depends on me getting those feeders fixed, so that we can kick the steers out, so that we can put all the 2-year-olds where the steers are, and then the cows will fit in the main section. I don't have to have over here, because Ty's plan is put these girls in the lockups and put halters on them and let them stand there during the day and let them be free at night. That works. You're better off tying a group of them and leading them to water twice a day. And of course, what we used to do when this was built, had those dividers all the way to the end. End one's still there, it's concreted in, making the end of it. We tied all of them at the time and then packed water to them and cleaned out underneath them every day for a week. But if you get 3 or 4 days, you get them halter broke enough generally. And if they need a little more, leave them tied up a little longer. But anyway, that's Ty's plan. Let her deal with it. She gets done dealing with stuff in the house. But anyway, I'm going to feed and call it a day. So, thanks for watching. Hope everybody had a great Sunday. Hope everybody has a great Monday. That little bugger better find him a spot to hide where it gets any colder. Blue almost stepped on him. I ain't going to step on him, but it's a size 12 wide next to him. He's probably still enjoying a little heat off that concrete. So, not a good place for him to be here another couple hours. And we got an east wind tonight, so it's out of the north earlier. It's all cold coming from those two directions.